So this is where the last video ended off. In this video I'm gonna explain what happened with the 450. Now, I've had the 450 since February 9th. I took it out, I think like 2 weeks later to Indiana. Rode there, did wheelies, learned it, rode it on here. I have it on my Instagram, posted when I'm riding all the way over there. I'm doing wheelies, I'm scraping it, I'm just learning it. First time out, or no, that was like my second. So that was like my second or third time out. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn to scrape it and all this and that. And the weather got warmer. We went to Wisconsin. But before we went to Wisconsin, we went a few more times here, rode, and it was all stock, apart from like rock Nerf bars, which suck. I'm gonna switch it to Factory 43, because honestly, I need some good Pro Peg Nerf bars. Like, I'm gonna get the big peg, and yeah. So then I just installed an FMF, didn't get the right jets. But now I got all the jets in, the seat covers started tearing apart, so I'm like, okay, I ordered that, have that in. I have a Tusk air fuel mixture screw in, as well as a 48 slow jet, and the leak block off screw. I'm starting just gonna mess around with all those, see what I could get it running faster with. But the thing with just a 47 slow jet and like the right main jet with the FMF Power Up Stage 2 kit, it ran so much better. Sliding it was a little bit harder to learn because it just had so much power right there, ready to use. Unlike this, where it has a little bit less power. And, you know, it doesn't hit as hard, so it's easier to control. I mean, it is a 400 and it's still a really good quality. I think Kawasaki should just remake again. These things are really good quads. I mean, like, compared to a 450, these things are amazing trail quads. Even though 450s are built for track, which is the main reason why I go for 450s, because I ride motocross tracks when I can. Like Deer Cruise, which I rode a few times. Last time I went out before the last ride before everything went downhill. You know, I was running good there, perfectly fine, no problems. Was feeling good that day. Was flowing really nicely on the motocross track. Was hitting the loops pretty well, hitting every jump as it should. Didn't have my GoPro though, so I didn't record much. And then also, that same day, which I hit the jumps. Oh no, that was a different time. We started hitting the jumps harder, so like I was flying like all the way across, so like just gave a good understanding here. Let me turn it around because there's a really good example here. So let's say I hit the jump right about here. I would fly and land just about here, like right there. That's a pretty good distance, honestly. Like around there. I have the video of it on my Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube channel. So just scroll down and you can see all of the stuff that I post on there. It's like little clips, maybe doing wheelies, riding. I don't really have much on motocross tracks because I mainly post on here because I have my GoPro and stuff. So that's good. Basically just has an overview of since the day I owned it, or since the day I got it, till like the day it broke, and when I got it back with a full rebuild. My Instagram shows all the carnage on there from the motor. I have all the stock parts on there, which I might in 3 days when I get back. So I'm going to be getting a good bit of footage here. So like in 3 days I'll be probably uploading this, or 4. And I'll be showing all the stock parts on there and how it all went down. So when I got to Fox Valley Off-Road, finally what I'm talking about when it broke. So I was riding there, it was good. I started it up, it was good. But the day before I went, or like a week before actually, I didn't really feel so good about it because like it felt weird. I changed the oil filter looked fine. This is like the 4th ride on the oil since I changed it last time, before I changed the new oil. And then when I got the new oil in, so I put in Valvoline oil, Neutron air filter, not air filter, oil filter. So put those in there. I checked the oil that's draining with my finger, no metal shavings or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so it's good. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't really feel so good that day about it. It felt weird. And then when I got the oil filter, I inspected it. I wanted to, you know, take apart the whole filter, but I didn't do it because I didn't know how to, didn't know what to use. So I was like, okay, I'll just throw this in the garbage. So new stuff, and yeah, it should be fine. And when I got to Fox Valley Off-Road, it was a nice day, November. I think it was like during Thanksgiving break maybe, or like a week after Thanksgiving break. So it was good and all this. Oh. So I was riding, I smelled something. I didn't know what it was, but all I knew it was probably my exhaust, something there. So I was like, okay, maybe not all the packing broke in. So I'm like, okay, because the packing, it smelled like packing from the FMF. So I'm like, okay, probably just the packing in there that somehow didn't get broken in fully or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna still ride. Also, it got hot pretty quickly, so I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, I'll just ride. And it was like this for a good bit. And yeah, so I rode there. And I was like, okay, so I rode around the trails. It was nice. I didn't get on the throttle much. I wanted to go easy on it because I still didn't feel good about it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go. Did a hill climb, avoided mud and whatever. So I went, all this and that. And yeah, I just found the motocross track. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna ride here, learn it, get my GoPro, and then record myself of me riding on there and post it to YouTube. I didn't get to do that because when I rode for a good bit. I would like 12 laps, hard. First, like 4, I rode lightly. I wanted to learn it. And then the rest, I rode hard to the best of my ability to still learn it and hit every jump. I was clearing like the 4 jumps there, and then when you left like this, up, down, it was like rollers or like a little mini drag track. I don't remember the track that much. And then it was 1 and then 2 like right in front of it, and then there was like 2 tabletops there, and I didn't clear those. I mainly cleared them. I cleared them like 75%, maybe 60, and then that's about it. And then I heard something from the front, which is the first sign of something going wrong. Of it like starting, or not really, because it was earlier that I heard something and probably thought. And so, okay, I thought it was a bolt loose from the front bumper because I did take apart some stuff on it. I mean, it could have been that because I did take it off. Because that thing started bothering me, so I'm like, okay, I'll just take this whole thing off because it's not even monitored good. And I hit a rock, so I was like, okay, yeah, you're just gonna get annoyed, so I'll just take it off. Took it off, well, it was then off. And so I rode like 4 laps more. It got half powered when I also noticed it too, which I forgot. And so I wasn't clearing every single jump except 1. That was like a small tabletop. I got every jump halfway, or a little bit less than halfway. And so I was like, okay, yeah, this is weird. I'm gonna go for a few laps more and head back. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna head back after 3 laps or 2. and I was like on my like second lap, so I rode like 2 or 1 lap more, and then I headed back. And then when I went up a hill, probably about like this that I just went up, not that big, but I mean, not that was kind of exaggerated. Like something small, not that big that you could struggle on. I went up it, started slugging. Like I would go up, I was sitting like this much, first gear, didn't go, started shutting off. So I'm like, okay, this isn't good. So I came into the turn, so I came into the left, shuts off on me. Does it on the start, like Pete Hager's Raptor did, sounded just like that, sounded like a dead battery. Oil was on the swing arm, probably from the transmission or something. I come back, week later, I clean it, and I take out the oil filter. Metal shavings. All in the oil filter, all in the oil, whatever, filter, whatever housing it is. Oil all over there. I got a good bit just on my finger and all this. I was like, yup, that's a full rebuild. I even went on forums, posted it, and I was like, okay, I knew it was a rebuild, but I just didn't want it to be a full top and bottom rebuild. I guess it was more than that, because the valves and piston were burnt. So that wasn't good either. So I was like, okay, yep, that's not good. Because that's basically the time when I had to go check on it. Because we took it to a dude who rebuilds stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to rebuild it. I don't know how. I'm going to get somebody to do it professionally. My dad's friend got his Scrambler 850 rebuilt there. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it there. He's Polish. My dad can speak to him very well. So I'll just get it there. And basically, metal shavings all over in the cases. Transmission, it was probably there too. But I don't know, because I didn't take it apart. And yeah, so it's back. It's basically gotta get 1 to 2 rides on it to break it in. Actually no, it means like 1, but I want to do 2 just in case, just light rides. I know that when I come here, when it's like warmer out and whatever, or whenever I get to bring it here. So you know, I'll do it, nice light riding. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just get that done, over with, probably bring my GoPro, record the break-in, and then get more parts done to it. Basically just continue on it, just work on it, until like, I don't know, if Honda makes the 2021 TRX450R, then I'm selling that one and gonna get that. Sell that one, get some more money. So I'm gonna just go to work with my dad or something, or do like a bunch of chores to get like the few extra $1,000 that I would need to buy it, because it's gonna be around the same price as the Yamaha YFZ450R. So yeah, it would definitely be a good build series on it too. Just over time putting in like parts, skid plates maybe. No, I would keep the stock skid plates. So like back, like the swing out skid plate would break, so I'll throw in a rock or something. Something there, I don't know. Maybe just remove the skid plate back there when it breaks. Just run it like that, like an MX quad, because I'm mainly gonna ride motocross tracks anyways on it. But honestly, the next mod that I'm gonna do to it is gonna be the Mega Bomb header, stainless steel. I wanted to go for a full titanium system, but can't do that because I can't find the titanium header. I found out Parts Giant, but they didn't have it in stock for a good bit. They had it one time for like a week or 2, and then it wasn't there anymore. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go for stainless steel off Rocky Mountain. That's mainly what I order my parts: Rocky Mountain and Motorsport. Tires, those are definitely gonna get changed. Just the ones on there currently aren't the best. Like they really are like probably halfway to the tread and they're losing air a lot. So I'm like, okay, Yep. I'm gonna get the back tires. My dad said he'll get the fronts, so I'll get the backs. Honestly, the fronts aren't that expensive. The backs cost a little bit more, but I'll try some like TG Tire Guide EOS something. They're like Razor 2s or Razor 1s, just knockoffs or something. Or like the GVC XC Master tires, just like cheaper, that's it. Just a cheap tire that I want to try out. So yeah, it'll be definitely fun to try out those tires, get something new. Oh, I'm adjusting this. Yeah, that's definitely a much better angle, apart from it being more down. This new angle design, GoPro mounts pretty nice though. I like it a lot. So, I'm gonna see how much footage I can get on here. In 3 days, I'll probably get some third-person perspectives. I might get them soon because, yeah. Original GoPro like tripod, so I'll use that. Probably set it up like around here. Probably put it like halfway or all the way down there. I don't know. I'll put it up somewhere just to get some more snow riding footage. But yeah, other than that, my 250 might also get a little bit of a build series for it. Or because either I'm gonna get a Raptor 250, I'm gonna sell that one, get a Raptor 250 or something. Because that TRX is good for starters, but not good for whenever you're trying to, you know, ride it like how I can ride stuff now. Basically, all I did was ride the 450 a lot, learn it, transfer it to the 250, because 250 is just easy. It's all easy. This 400 would be nice to have over there. I mean, it's not too loud, but I mean it is loud, but with this big gun exhaust and a power bomb header. So yeah. Oh, what the hell? And that's a tree. So yeah. But then yeah, I'd have to see if I could get this thing done. There's a stick. Yeah, this thing's dirty. It doesn't really get rode much. It just stays in that like garage thing. Oh, ice. I mean, this section's really nice right here because you could just get it nice and wide all the way through here, and then transfer into here, and then just ride the berm. Yeah, there's just a bunch of leaves. But honestly, this KFX is really nice for a trail quad. I mainly like 450s. I don't really like 700s. Soft suspension, I don't like it. I like stiffer. So like this thing's nice and plush, but my 450's on the stiffest setting. I still would like a little bit stiffer on the front, because like the jumps I hit sometimes, like Deer Cruise, that over there, those jumps over there on their motocross track, sometimes the front suspension doesn't do good, and like, you know, I mainly always relied on the rear because I lean back hard. So yeah, I just want to get there. Plus I gotta learn their bomber track, or their so-called supercross. I mean, it was supercross track, not just a bomber track. Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna update the motocross track for this year or something, or just gonna stay the same. Because I mean, they do have races there, and I mean, they change out the layouts. Like, I mean, most tracks change out their layouts, but I don't know about Fox Valley Off-Road. I know during springtime I'll be pushing out TRX450R riding, but for now, just for filler content, just to put on the channel. KFX400, still a good quad, something other than just a 450 that, you know, silly's breaking in or whatever. Especially that those things got all the power it needs in this thing. Power's there, just that it doesn't hit as hard as a 450. It's nice because when I first rode this thing, felt like my 250 just with an extra power and chain. That's it, because the chassis just feels like it. But my 450 feels a whole lot different. And I love that platform. I mean, I'd have to ride a YFZ feel, see how that goes. See how they feel compared to my TRX. But you know, I'm mainly going to be sticking with Honda. But other than that, I mean, I'm just going to hope Honda makes the 2021 TRX450R. Or at least I'll take their 250s, because Jesus Christ, those things are not very good for nowadays. They change out the colors of their plastics, but everything else stays the same. And it's like wider A-arms would be nice. Like make it as wide as the KFX400. It would be perfect. Throw an EFI, because Jesus Christ, carbs suck on those things. You can't get anything, not even a air fuel mixture screw for them. See if you get a running right during the winter. What the hell? Oh, it's kind of aggressive. Through the whole rear end, though. This has a nice rev limiter, though. I like it. It's got a very nice tone to it. Honestly, KFX400, I definitely wouldn't mind owning it. My 250 does sound nice and deep with the FMF, but this thing is just it's a different sound. It's a really good platform, so I wouldn't really mind this at all, because similarities like that chassis. I mean, I might get some paid for saying that I did. It does feel like a 250 chassis with handling. I mean, but it does handle better than my 250, because it's definitely much wider than my 250. 250's got like 4-inch A-arms, and this has got like 6 or 7. I don't know, I don't measure A-arms. Yeah. When I get the 450 broken in, you can expect me to come back to Fox Valley Off-Road, ride that motocross track again. I like that thing. It's a very nice layout for it. It's an enjoyable track over there. The tabletops are nice. The jumps are nice, especially they had this long straightaway, which I would just seat bounce, full throttle over each jump, basically. Because they have like 2 of them in the middle. They would hit, that'd be like 3rd gear going through it. But yeah, I've had it already broken in a little bit, just from letting it run. Let it run for like an hour or half an hour, shut it off for 15 minutes, start it up again, and then heat cycle it a little bit one time, and then just low RPM, just maybe not that high, but like that. Basically like it's basically like a little bit more than a choke, or a little bit less than what you choke on. But yeah, I mean, having the 450 back is really nice. Well, and there's no performance mods on it. It's all stock. Well, technically it's hot rods, but no performance mods to the motor unless I'm racing. That's basically my mindset. Unless I'm racing, then put in performance parts, because it's mainly up to just reliability. You throw in aftermarket pistons for more power and stuff, you basically lose the reliability factor. And if I want to keep it running, then I need to get stock parts in it the whole time. Unless I'm racing, and that's a different story, because when you're racing, you want to get the most performance out of your machine to be able to clear every single jump or do the best on like GNCC or MX. And if I do race MX in like 2 years or something, I'm definitely going to be riding up in District 14. Most races are like 4 or 3 hours away. I wouldn't mind it. I drive 4 hours away from Wisconsin to ride there. definitely wouldn't mind driving 4 hours for a race. The 450 class or 300. If I had a good thing, a good quad setup for there. So much ice on here. I wonder when that house is getting done. I saw those trucks earlier before I started recording. And they, you know, they're just leaving now, or one of them is. No footers? One hand only? And no footers? No footers feel weird. Yeah, I'm basically gonna get tripod set up for this thing now. Yeah, and get some more footage down for the first video.